Well, he has less than a month until he's back in the White House, but President-elect Trump is already rolling out his new foreign policy ideas and, as expected, already creating a lot of transition tension. Trump posting a Christmas message musing about making Canada the 51st state and buying Greenland, and complaining about alleged mismanagement of the Panama Canal. Investigative reporter Olivia Rubin joins us now with more. All right, let's first talk about the Panama Canal. He's not giving up.
He's not. He keeps posting, Kira, about the Panama Canal. He brought it up in a speech. But I think what's really interesting about this time around when he's talking about the Panama Canal is he seems to have zeroed in on two issues that he has. The first is he's accusing Panama of ripping off the United States with its shipping fees. And also, Kira, interestingly, he's alleging some sort of foreign control of the Panama Canal. Specifically, he mentioned China. So those are the two things he's sort of zeroed in on there. I think it's important to note that Panama's president has aggressively pushed back on the suggestion that the United States would take over control of the canal. He says it's staying under Panama's control. And he pushed back on those sort of two allegations by Donald Trump, saying that, first of all, the costs are not just set on a whim, that they're publicly set based on, certain metrics, and also pushing back that any other foreign power is controlling the canal. He said not China, not the EU, not the United States. But Donald Trump, of course, never one to let someone else get the last word. He posted the statement of the Panama president on his Truth Social, saying, "We'll see about that," and then the picture of the United States flag in the canal. So an interesting back and forth, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah, how can we forget it this week? Welcome to the United States Canal. He always loves to add a little sarcasm and humor in his tweets, doesn't he? Well, while staying hot on the topic, he also made his pick for ambassador to Panama. That's telling us a little bit more about his taunting and strategy here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's clear that Panama is on his mind, that he named that ambassador, of course, over this week. This is someone that has worked for the president's re-election campaign in Florida in 2020. Of course, it comes as Donald Trump has named a slew of ambassadors, some of them, close friends of his, donors. But clearly, again, Panama on his mind, and you bring up sort of the taunting. It's similar to how he's talking about Canada, sort of teasing about them becoming the 51st state. But I will say the way he's talking about Panama seems much more serious and much more intentional than the way he is talking about Canada, which is, again, just the joking, the 51st state, though there always is sort of maybe a kernel of truth there.
And he's also bringing up Greenland again, which he has talked about buying in the past. Here we go again. Why now?
Well, clearly it's, again, something that's on his mind. He, again, made a pretty serious post about Greenland, saying the United States views it as imperative for its strategy. But again, I think it's interesting how, again, Denmark pushing back on that statement, saying essentially that it's not for sale and that it's not going anywhere. So I think you're starting to see a really interesting theme here, Kira, which is that the leaders in these areas are pushing back pretty strongly. But you have Donald Trump clearly sort of expressing this desire. So the real question is going to be, how is he going to get it done, and how does he plan to try to navigate this when you're talking, again, about allies, you're talking about leaders that are rebuffing him, but Donald Trump, again, with a desire. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see how exactly he's going to approach these issues, if this is something he's seriously interested in tackling when he takes office next month.
All right. He'll be tackling a lot, that's for sure, including the headlines. Thank you, Olivia.